Okay, hey guys, is my voice audible? Can someone just let me know in the comment section? Just a yes would do. Okay, and my screen is properly visible. Okay, so we are live. Welcome back to the live sessions. This time in the morning, we had discussed TCS NQT, the first slot, day 2 first slot questions. And this time we are going to discuss about TCS NQT second slot questions. All right. So before that, here we are on the Prep Insta 2021 Instagram channel. Why? Because we need to show you the PDF that we are creating or curating for you, depending on all of the slots and on all of the questions that we are getting from TCS, right? So what you can do is you can come onto our Instagram handle, that is PrepInsta 2021. Please remember the year, it's 2021 and not 22 or 2021. Go on the link that is in the bio, that is the link tree PrepInsta jobs. Click on that, and once you click on it, you are going to be redirected on this page where you can click on the first link, that is TCS NQT all slots questions, and click on that. Once you do that, you are going to get the PDF right in front of you. All right. This is the PDF that we have curated for TCS NQT and TCS Ninja as well. Right. We are updating the slot wise questions. As you can see, we have updated 12 September slot 1, slot 2, and slot 13 September slot 1 as well. Now we have also updated 13 September slot 2 as well. All right. Now, very, very important disclaimer for every student who is watching. We only, update the PDF or put up the questions of the previous slots. All right. We never put up questions of the current slot that is ongoing. So if you think that you can come over here and you can see some answers, I'm sorry, you will not be able to do that because we only come live for the slot when it is over. All right. For example, we come live for the slot at 1 o'clock when the slot 9 to 12 is over. Right. So that is how we come, and we use only the previous slot questions and not the current slot questions. So that is very important for you to know. And moving ahead, you have all of the questions right over here, from verbal, aptitude, logical, coding, and programming as well. So you can get all the questions over here. Right. You can go slot wise and then access all the questions. So anyone who is preparing for the upcoming TCS exams, you can do from here, because one thing is guaranteed, that you are going to get same format of questions, adding one or two, or subtracting one or two, but you are going to get questions from the same base. Especially for verbal, I can guarantee you that you are going to get questions from error identification, fill in the blanks, close test, para jumbles, and reading comprehension. That is the topic that you are going to stick to, and then added topics like formal, informal, etc. All right, we are going to see all types of questions in the video itself. So yes, this is the PDF that we have for you, right? So let's get started with the questions first, and then we are going to move forward with the remaining presentations, whatever we have. All right, so let's start. Okay, so to begin with, how many questions do we have? We have 24 questions in verbal, and it has 30 minutes to solve. Right now, as we have been progressing on the days and the slots, we have come to know that students also have question wise timing, right? So you have lesser time for grammatical questions and more time for questions that require more effort and more time. All right, so this is the total time for the section, and these are the total questions, right? 24 questions, 30 minutes, and there is no negative marking. All right, there is no negative marking, so you are safe on this side. Okay, so if you're not following us on any of the social media handles, that is Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, do follow us, because as you know, and also on YouTube, do subscribe us on YouTube, because you know that we constantly try to help you with the drives, updates, and interactions. And if you have any query regarding anything on Prep Insta, you can directly message us on Telegram and Discord. And if you want to interact directly, you can come on Discord as well. All right. So, and Instagram is for all the updates that the companies are conducting their drives on. All right. So you have all the social media handles in the bio. So you can go and check them out and subscribe and follow us. Okay. Let's move ahead with the first question now. As I told you, you are going to encounter a lot of error identification questions. We have chosen only one of them. Okay, so one part of the sentence below may contain an error. Identify the part. If there are no errors, choose no error. All right, so I'm going to give you 10 to 20 seconds to solve this question. Till then, I'm going to answer some of the questions in the comments. Yes, Sunku, you are Rikita, you are going to get the PDF, linked in the description as well as in the comment. As you can see, our team is continuously, giving you the PDF, so you can click on the link and get the PDF from there. Is there a sectional cutoff of 75%? No, there is a sectional cutoff of 75% and an overall cutoff of 75% as well. All right, so you have both of them. Okay, ma'am, is it true the TCS found the malpractices? As far as we know, we did get a screenshot, but I wouldn't want to comment on that. Let's stick to the verbal section first. Okay, but we can, we can claim that we are not doing any malpractice because we are not releasing any of the questions or answers when the slot is going on. We only do it once the slot is over. So yes, let's start. A great deal of research show that in many industrialized countries, people are completely ignoring stress related issues. All right, so what can be the answer for this? Let's start. No error. No, the first thing, there is an error in the sentence. As I might say, you can let go option A, that in many industrialized countries, comma, people, right? This part of the sentence is completely correct because it uses that in many industrialized countries, comma, people. So there is no scope of anything going wrong. All right. A great deal of research show. Okay. Now, when we have the description as a great deal of research, so we know that this is a singular form, right? This is a singular form, but the verb that is show is in a plural form. All right. How can we know? For example, show. This is a plural form. Why? Because there is no S. Now, this is a verb. All right. There is a difference between a noun being plural and a verb being plural. When a verb is plural, it never has an S or an ES. All right. Now, because a great deal of research, here a means singular. All right. Here a means singular. So we are going to go with a singular form of verb, that is shows. All right. A great deal of research shows that in many industrialized countries, people are completely ignoring stress-related issues. All right. So this is very important to understand subject-verb agreement, because here the subject is research, which is singular. Hence, the verb will be singular too. So we are going to use a great deal of research shows. All right. So the answer is going to be option C. Okay. Let's move ahead. Select the most appropriate option to fill in the blank. I wish someone dashed me to buy some sugar when we were all in the store. All right. So please move ahead. Try to answer this question. Till then, I'm getting back to the comments. Is there negative marking? No, Anand, there is no negative marking in TCS. When will we get coding question solution? You are going to soon get coding question solutions. We are working on it. So just a little more patience, and then we are going to get to you the coding questions. All right. Okay, let's start solving it. I wish someone dashed me to buy some sugar when we were at the store. Okay. Now, I wish, okay, now this is, I wish is a conditional sentence, but we were, this is a past form. All right, so we have two hints. First is a condition, and second is past tense. All right, so when you have a condition in past tense, we are going to use the past tense form of verb itself. You cannot say, I wish someone would remind me to buy some sugar when we were all in the shop. No, you cannot use I wish someone would remind, because that means you're talking about the future, right? I wish someone would remind me to buy some sugar when we will be all in the shop. All right. When if we would have the word will be, right, then we would have used would remind. Excuse me. But because we don't have will in this form and we have the past tense form over here, we are going to use past tense form. Present tense form is completely ignored over here. It's eliminated and ruled out. We are going to use reminded. That is the past tense form, because the second clause is in past tense and not future tense. I wish someone would remind me to buy some sugar when we all will be in the shop. That would have used would. All right, so we are going to take B as the answer and not would remind. Again, clarify, because I have got a lot of answers as A. Would remind will be there only when the second clause is in future tense. All right, because we have this word is in past tense, we are going to use reminded. I wish someone reminded me to buy some sugar when we were at the stop. All right, so let's move ahead. Okay, before moving ahead, I would like to show you one very important thing. If you if you have an exam tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or this week, right, something very important for you is the grace time that you have and the time that you need to prepare for TCS NQT. Best place, as I would say, is our Step Prime website, where we have TCS NQT curated course with study material, videos, theories, and mock questions as well. Also, very important thing, because we have gone through all the questions that we've gotten, right? I would say that we have a similar pattern questions which will help you to practice. So if you are a subscriber to our TCS NQT on if you're a subscriber to our Prime website, you are up for a good luck, because you are going to get all the questions with TCS NQT and Ninja section. All right, so all the best. If you are there, please subscribe if you haven't, and practice. Another very important thing, we have certifications as well. So if you want to increase the chances of your resume being selected, you can go ahead with the certifications. Also, if you have a TCS ION certification and you're going for the TCS company itself, this is going to be an added bonus for you, right? So yes, you have two different types of certifications, and we are going to talk about other things gradually. But first, let's get back to the questions. Okay. Now we have a sentence completion, passage completion kind of question, right? Where you have a passage, you have two blanks, and you have to fill in it with some sentences. All right. So please go ahead, because this has a lot of it's lengthier. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Till then, let's get back to the questions in the comment. Okay. Aptitude, the cutoff, Shubham, the cutoff for every section is 75%. So yes, if you have 26 questions, so you have to attempt at least, I would say, 20 to 21 or 22 questions correctly if you want to get, if you want to clear the section, right? Okay, so you can get all the syllabus of TCS NQT and the PDF right in the comment section, as our team is circulating the links. So make sure you go and check them out. Okay, let's start solving this. You are going to read a text about counseling. Some sentences are missing. So from the list of A to C, choose the most appropriate for 1 and 2. Okay, confidence is the key to success in sports industry. A player who sustains injury during a match may tend to lose his confidence. Dash, In such a situation, a sports psychologist can help immensely. Okay, so which sentence do you think we can use? We can use option C or statement C over here, right? Which, because it says, as a result, he may not be able to perform. As a result is a signpost word and a consequential word which helps you to identify and link sentences. As a result, what result? If the player sustains injury, this is the result. And what will be the effect? He may not be able to perform at the same pace again. So we are going to take C over here in the first blank. All right. Next, in such a situation, a sports psychologist can help immensely. Dash. Counselors have a better grip over the players with sports injuries. Okay. Now, we are talking about a sports psychologist. How can he help? Can he help to enhance their performance or restore the lost confidence? Obviously, because we are talking about confidence over here, we are going to go with the sentence that has confidence. So he can help clear out the mental scars that has come from the injury and help the player restore his lost confidence. So we are going to go with A, right? So our combination is CA, which is evidable in option B, that is C and A for blank 1 and blank 2 respectively. All right, so yes, option B is the correct answer over here. And a lot of you have used option B. Actually, all of you have said option B. So that's a great thing. And let's move ahead. Okay. Now you have a sentence selection kind of a question, right? So please, again, go ahead, try to solve the question. Take 10 to 20 seconds, not more than that. That would only help you to, improve your performance and store a lot of more time for other questions. Okay. Thank you, Shubham. Thank you so much. Okay. So, shall I start solving it? Okay. Which of the following is the correct alternate usage? So you have an alternate usage question of the following sentence. She desperately wants to take piano lessons, but she has no time. All right. So you have this sentence that she desperately wants to take piano lessons, but she has no time. All right. So there are 3 hints. The first hint is desperate. Second is piano lessons. And third is but no time. All right. So there are 3 hints. She is desperate to take piano lessons, but she has no time. Wanting desperately to take piano lessons, she will have no time. Now, she will have no time is not the sentence, but she has no time. This is in the present tense form, present perfect form. So we are going to rule out future tense. She desperately wanting to take piano lessons. Now, desperately, that is an adverb, is never followed by a gerund or an ing form of verb. All right, so we will not go with option C. Desperate to take piano lessons, she is having no time. Again, she has no time, right? So she is having no time is again wrong. Desperate to take piano lessons, she is having no time is again a wrong form of usage because we have used present perfect tense over here, right? So we cannot use she is having no time because this becomes a present continuous. No, but she has no time in the past and is still not having it. So we are going to go with option A. That is, she is desperate to take piano lessons, but she has no time. All right. So she is desperate to take piano lessons, but she has no time. That means option A is the correct answer over here. All right, we are going to go with option A. Okay, moving forward. Now, let's get back to Prep Insta Prime. Now, remember, I am telling you to set a timer or solve a question within 20 to 30 seconds. Why is that? Because you need to be quick in solving your questions. Even though there is a question-wise timing, it will only help you to revise your answer once again. So for that, to analyze if your speed is proper and perfect, you can go on at prepinsta.com, right? Prepinsta.com, not Prime, but prepinsta.com, and see your analytics. How can you see analytics? First of all, if you come on prepinsta.com, You are going to get all the information about the sections and all the rules, right? No negative marking and everything. Next, let's come to verbal ability. Let's go to formal and informal sentences, and let's go to quizzes. So on prepinsta.com, you have additional quizzes to attempt as well. All right. So if you're subscribed to Prepinsta Prime, you are getting a royal pass for prepinsta.com, and you are getting access to a lot more quizzes to practice. All right. So let's go to quiz 1, let's say, and let's solve this. Okay. So this is already solved. Now, let's see the graph. So you are getting a graph over here, right? Which is helping you to see how you are performing, whether you are doing it properly or whether you are doing it later than other people, right? So as you can see, 7.14% people have solved this question before you. So there are people who have solved this question, particular question before you. So if they are quicker than you, there is a chance that they are going to get selected and you are going to be left behind. This is how our analytics are going to help you, and you are going to get the overall analytics in this section. All right. So you get a topic wise question analytics, you get a question wise analytics, and you get a section wise analytics as well. So if you are a member of Prepinsta Prime, you are going to get prepinsta.com along with it. Now, anyone who has joined now and they were not earlier, so I would let you know that we have the PDF of TCS NQT All Slots question. You can come to Instagram, Prepinsta 2021 Instagram handle 2021. Okay, please remember the year. Click on the link in the bio. Once you click on this, you are going to be redirected on this page. Click on the first link, TCS NQT All Slots question, and then you can come here on the PDF. All right, what do you have on the PDF? You have all questions of all the slots that have been completed. 12 September and 13 September, slot 1 and slot 2 respectively. All right, now very important thing, we will never encourage any malpractice, and we do not, give you answers or questions during when a current slot is going on. We only use questions or come live when the previous slot is over, and we use questions from the previous slot. So if you think that this live is going to help you out to answer questions of the current slot, that is not going to help you out at all. Okay, so this is the best disclaimer. Again, as I told you, you are going to get all the questions. Also, this time TCS has rolled out different sets of questions in a particular slot, right? So you can get different question, right? And not see them in the presentation or in the live questions that we are sharing with you. Because TCS has this time rolled out different sets of questions in the same slot. So we have all the questions that we think are important for you, right? So you have all of them over here, and we are also continuously sharing the links in the comments. So make sure you go and check them out as well. All right. So yes, let's get back to our questions. Okay. Which of the following sentences uses the most formal language? Now you have come on to the formal language section. So please go ahead, try to solve this question, see which question has or which option has the most formal tone, and then we'll move forward with the answer. No, there was no issue in today's evening slot. But yes, I think they have preponed it because the slot was from 4 to 7. I think probably, but they had it from 2 to 5. So that may be the issue. Maybe you did not register, or maybe you did not get the mail for the preponement of the exam. Maybe that is the reason why it did not, you could not register, right? Because you have to register it before an hour, like within the time period of an hour. Okay, let's move forward with the question now. Formal language. It had been raining cats and dogs when we returned. Now, do you think that this is a formal sentence, raining cats and dogs? No, we could have used it had been raining heavily when we returned, right? Raining cats and dogs means it is raining very heavily, right? So we cannot use this sentence because this is completely informal. With the popularity of the internet, everyone's into DIY projects now. Now, very important thing as I want to explain, formal sentences do not have contractions. What are contractions? For example, don't, it's, Now, these are the short forms of do not and it is, right? These are the short forms. We do not use any kind of short forms in formal tone. Now, here, as we can see, it is using everyone's, right? That means everyone is. So this cannot be a formal sentence. I employed a lot of unconventional methods for the research. This might confuse you into being a formal sentence, but is not a formal sentence. The government will do everything it can to support the initiative. This is a formal tone sentence. So all those who have answered D as the correct answer, right? So great thing. Option C is again very confusing, but it is not the correct answer. Why? Because we don't use I and first person pronouns in the formal tone most of the times. So we are not going to use this sentence, but sentence that is the government will do everything it can to support the initiative. So option D is the correct answer. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions, you can just comment down below for any of the TCS part. We are here to answer all of your queries. Okay. Again, you have an error identification question, right? One part of the sentence below may contain an error. By analyzing the sediments from the Bay of Bengal, researchers are finding that the present Indian monsoon system dates back at least 27 million years. All right. So formal is always third person, ma'am. Mostly, all right. It is mostly it or they, right? We do not use I, me a lot of times. All right. We do not, like, I is the best thing that you will never use in formal tone, right? We always use they or it in that sense. We never use the first form. Okay, let's see what the answer can be. By analyzing the sediment from the Bay of Bengal, researchers are finding that the present Indian monsoon system dates back at least 27 million years. Now, this sentence is comparatively very confusing because at one go you will think, oh, there is no error. It's a no error, but you don't have no error in the sentence. Now, what can be the answer? Dates back at least 27 million years. This is completely correct because we are talking about the present Indian monsoon system that is dating back. All right. So this tense over here is completely correct. Okay. Researchers are finding now by analyzing the sediment from the Bay of Bengal. Now the sediment, the Bay of Bengal is completely correct. Yes, there can be a controversy that most of the time we do not use the with the names of bay, right? But here the use of the Bay of Bengal is correct because we're talking about a particular subject over here, right? The Bay of Bengal is not the subject, but the sediments is the subject. So we can use the Bay of Bengal. That the present Indian monsoon system, again, this sentence is completely correct. What is not correct is researchers are finding. Now, why? Because whenever you are using by in a sentence, that is by is starting a sentence, right? Your second verb or your main verb is going to be in the past tense. All right, it's going to be in the past tense. So we are not going to use are finding. We are not going to use are finding, or it is going to be in present perfect tense. Right? We are not going to use present perfect tense, but we are, past tense or continuous tense, but we are going to use present perfect tense. So what the sentence could have been, researchers have found, right? So instead of are finding, we are going to use researchers have found that the present Indian monsoon system dates back at least 27 million years. All right. So option B is the correct answer over here. Most of you have answered A and C, or D as well. But please understand that when you start a sentence with by, your main verb is going to be in present perfect tense. All right. So it's going to be have found. Okay. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Moving ahead. Now I have a question, ma'am. What's amount you guys are charging for Prime membership? Okay, I'll give you a quick sneak peek into the prices, if you may. Right, because you're asking for it, let me just show you what are the prices, so you can decide on your own. But the best thing that I would ask you, if you are a student in like in your third or fourth semester, go for 12 to 18 months, because this is a grace time that you are going to, be placed in different companies. You will try for drives, so the best thing is 12 to 18 months. Okay, so you have 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, 36 and 48 months as well. So you can see the pricing from here. I would suggest go for 12, 18 or 24 months, because this is going to help you in getting placed within these years. All right, so you are not just getting TCS preparation material, but other companies as well. All right, so this is, when is Prep Insta sale going to be? This is the sale going on. Like, we don't have a sale until post Diwali or before Diwali, but till then you can see these prices. These are also on sale. So as you can see, 3 months 2499 and 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, 48 months respectively. All right, so these are the price ranges. And let's get back to the questions now. Okay, now you have a closed test question with the passage, and you have to answer two, you have to choose 2 words to fill in 2 blanks. So please get ahead, and I'm going to answer a few more questions in the comment section. Okay. How many grammar questions come in NQT? Shubham, we have 24 questions in NQT for grammar section. That is a verbal section. And you have the time limit of 30 minutes. All right. What is the package difference between Ninja and NQT? There is no difference, because NQT itself is not some job role. You can get Ninja job role once you clear your interview properly. And if you clear your interview even better, you are going to be offered a digital role, for which again you will be tested. All right, so that is it. Is there coding questions today, as you said yesterday? Coding questions, yes, there are coding questions in the exam, but I don't think, I'm not sure if there is going to be a coding live session next. But yes, there were coding questions in the exam. You had 2 coding questions. Ma'am, what amount you guys are charging? As I showed you the prices, you can see and take a reference from there. Please change to 10 seconds delay. If the team is listening to it, please change it to 10 seconds delay if it may help the students. Product-based company ka. When you subscribe, let me just show you once. When you subscribe to Prep Insta Prime now, you get everything in just one place. Like, if you're subscribing for service-based company, don't think that you will have to subscribe for product-based company again. Once you subscribe to Prep Insta Prime, you are going to get everything here. You are going to get the popular skills, popular languages, coding, aptitude, platform preparation, company service and product based, interview, projects, CS subjects, coding brush up, and interview experiences. You are going to get all of these. Don't think that you are only going to get service based or product based. No, once you subscribe to the model, you are going to get everything for that particular period. All right, so this is a self-paced course. So as fast as you can complete all the courses, so it depends on you. All right, so yes, you are going to get everything at once. You don't have to pay another single penny for another company or any other courses that is over here. You can just get all in one place. All right, let's move ahead, then I'll go ahead with the comments further. Okay, generally, women take part in the labor force at a very high rate in poor rural countries, but as countries industrialize and shift towards the middle class, the participation rate dash. Now, as we see that there are 4 options: declines, deteriorates, come down, or falls into. Okay, but as countries industrialize and shift towards middle class, the participation rate dash. Can you say deteriorates, come down, or falls into? No. Whenever we use the word rate, right? Whenever we use the word rate, we always use the word decline. That means a declining curve, right? In economics, you must have heard about declining curve. So we are going to use the word decline over here. Blank 2, let's see. When countries become rich and have enough money to spend on women education, women tend to enter labor force in huge numbers for high paid opportunities. As a result, economic growth in a country goes hand in hand with economic dash of women. It goes hand in hand. What does it mean? It goes hand in hand. That means that if the economic growth of a country is going up, that means economic empowerment of the company of the women will also go up, right? That means both are in the positive side. Goes hand in hand means if one is negative, the other is negative. If one is positive, the other is positive as well. All right. So we are going to go with a positive term, that is empowerment. So we are going to go with A and B, and we are going to go with option C over here, right? That has A for the first blank and B for the second blank, that is declines and empowerment. All right. So yes, option C is the correct answer over here. When we should use deteriorate. Okay, deteriorate also means to fall down. But let's say your health is deteriorating. You don't say your health is declining. You say your health is deteriorating, right? So there's a different. Declining means to fall down completely. For example, the rule of the Afghans declined. The economic rate declined. You will not say economic rate deteriorated, but declined. And your health deteriorated. Your performance deteriorated. There is a difference in condition. Okay, why not state? Why not state? Because we are talking about economic growth over here. And growth is never related, because we're talking about a positive thing over here, right? It's a positive note that the economy is growing. What do you move on with economy? The economic empowerment of women. That means economically, women are also being empowered, right? With the economic state, you like when you use a state, you are not saying whether the state is being good or being bad. But with the term empowerment, you can say that yes, the condition is going up and only up, right? Empowerment means in a positive form. State is a very neutral word. State can be negative and positive. But because here we are talking about a positive term, so we are going to take a positive word for the second blank as well, that is empowerment. All right, goes hand in hand with economic empowerment of women. All right. Decline and deny are also alike, right? Decline and deny. No, decline means to fall down and deny means to, say no to something. Decline and deny are two different words. Decline means to fall and deny means to say a no to something, right? So these are two different words. They are not the same words. All right. I hope the confusion between deteriorates and decline is clear. State and empowerment is clear, and decline and deny is clear. All right. So let's move ahead. Okay. For the four sentences, paragraph below, sentences S1 and S4 are given. From the options B, P, Q, and R, choose appropriate sentences for S2 and S3. Please go ahead, try to solve this, take 20 to 30 seconds because it's a, lengthier question. Why not coming down? See, when you use coming down is not a very formal word. For example, when you are writing an article, right, you will not use that the country's GDP rate is coming down. But what will you use? GDP rate is declining. There's a verbal and grammar is a very subjective form, but you have to choose proper words when you are writing, right? You cannot say it's coming down, but a better term would be that it is declining, right? So words are all the same. TCS plays like this. TCS gives the words same options, like very similar, alike to each other, but you have to choose one word that will sit fit, right? So that is very important to understand. Okay, let's move ahead. S1, Atmanirbhar Bharat, which translates to self-reliant India or self-sufficient India, is a term used by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, in relation to the economic development in the country. The first mention of this form of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan came during the announcement of India's COVID-19 pandemic-related economic package on 12th May 2020. Okay, so first we are introducing, or the PM or Prime Minister is introducing Atmanirbhar, and then we are talking about when it was first used. Let's see the sentences. The PM further clarifies the Atmanirbhar Bharat does not mean self-containment. Phrase has been used extensively. The term has been used in relation to making India a bigger and more important part of global economy. Okay, so you have three sentences. Now, when we are introducing the term Atmanirbhar, right? First, what you have to do is you have to talk about it. You have to define it, right? So we are going to go with sentence R first. The term has been used in relation to making India a bigger and more important part of global economy. All right. So we are going to go with R first. Then, as you can see, the PM. See, this is very important over here. What you have to understand is, in the first sentence, we have used Prime Minister. Okay. We have used the entire word Prime Minister. But in the second sentence or in the third sentence, we have used the word PM. So whenever you are attempting any jumble sentence question, always remember that the first sentence will have the full form and the following sentence will have a short form of the same word. Now, the phrase has been used extensively by the government. See, most of you are answering as A. Why Q cannot follow the term is because first we have to talk about the first mention of this Atmanirbhar term, right? Only then can you say that it has been used extensively by the government. If you are not using it for the first time, how can you use it for the second and the 10th time? First, you have to talk about that when it was first introduced, and then about the other times that it was, used. So first we have to go with the term definition, that is R. Then we have to move towards P. Why? Because without defining what first Atmanirbhar is defined, okay, it is self-reliant and self-sufficient. But what about the negative points? You have to talk about the negative points as well. Hence, the PM further clarifies that it does not mean self-containment or isolation or being protectionist in any way. After that, it was first mentioned during the package of 12th May 2020, right? So this is the form. So we are going to go with R and P. That is, we are going to go with option B over here, right? I hope I have made it clear. If not, please let me know in the comment section that it is not clear. Okay. So we have a reading comprehension now. We have two reading comprehensions, right? One and one with each question. So please quickly read it. Take some time. We have 10 minutes in our hand. We are going to give 5 minutes to each. And please move forward. Please read the entire passage and let me know. Ma'am, I have applied for the Ninja as well and QT, but I did not get any mail. Okay. Rupali, yes, as our team has suggested, please reach out to their team, mail them, and then you can, understand and solve it out along with them as to why you have not received the mail, right? So the first thing I would suggest and our team would suggest is to please go and contact the TCS team. Pulkit, same with you. Please contact the TCS team. Like mail them, all right, and get an update. Okay, let's start solving it now. Okay, Fisheries are an important source of food, nutrition, employment, and income in India. The sector provides livelihood to about 16 million fishers and fish farmers at the primary level, and almost twice the number along the value chain. Okay, let's see what the question is. The government is trying to promote fisheries because it has a potential to breed good quality fish in its rivers and brackish lakes. Do you think that government will come and help you out with something only because there are good, so that there are good fishes in the rivers and lakes? No, right? Obviously no. Generate employment opportunity. This can be an option. So let's keep C as an option. Earn foreign exchange through export of seafood. But do you think that this is the only reason why they would, move forward with promotion of fisheries? No, foreign exchange is a secondary or tertiary motivation. It's not the first motivation. Now, provide a means of livelihood to millions of fishermen. As we can see, we have twice mentioned that the sector provides livelihood to around 16 million fishers and fish farmers. And then we also have it in the last sentence that it gives opportunities for livelihood, right? Hence, it is going to be option B. Provide a means of livelihood to millions of fishermen. All right. That is why the government is trying to promote fisheries, because more than or about 16 million fishers and fish farmers at the primary level have been receiving livelihood from fishery. All right. So we are going to go with option B. Employment opportunity is not much in fisheries, but livelihood of a lot of fishermen. All right. So we are going to go with option B over here. Okay. Let's move forward. Now, before getting back to it, again, I would like, if there are new people joining our section, please, if you want the PDF of all the TCS and cookie slots, that is yesterday's and today's slot 1 and slot 2 respectively, go on our Prep Insta 2021 Instagram channel. 2021, remember the year. Click the link in the bio. Once you click, you are going to come on this page, right? The URL is linktree Prep Insta jobs. Go on the first link, TCS NQT all slots question, and you will come on to this PDF. All right. Here you can see all the questions from 12 September and 13 September, slot 1 and slot 2. All right. This time we are discussing slot 2 questions, and you also have slot 1 questions revised, another video as well. So go and watch that too if you have TCS exams coming up. Now we are discussing only 10 questions, but you have all 26 and 24 like respective questions in all of the slot, that is verbal, logical, quants, coding, programming, everything. So you can get the questions from here. Now, important disclaimer, we do not discuss the questions of the current slot that is going on, right? We discuss only once the slot is over, and we use questions from the previous slots that is already over, right? So, and this time we have seen that there is a lot of question repetition. So yes, there's a less chance of question repetition as well. So as you can see, we already have 274 pages of this PDF because we have updated slot 2 questions over here as well. So please go ahead, refresh it once the slot is complete, and then you can get the new questions again. All right, so Prep Insta and Prep Insta Prime is here for you. If you have not subscribed, please do it. Someone was asking me about 36-month subscription, right? If I'm not wrong, I just saw it somewhere. So I'll just show you what 36 months of subscription plan is. All right, let me just quickly show you, then we'll discuss the last question. Okay, 36 months over here is, as you can see, it's 5,999. All right, so whoever was asking me about 36 months, it's 5,999. All right. Manoj Kumar, yes, you Manoj Kumar, what is the payment for 36 months? It's 5,999. Please check it if you want. You can come on this page, prepinstaprime.com/purchase, and you can see the link over here. All right. Let's get back to the last question. We have another RC. Please read it. Okay, I'll read it with you. According to some natural scientists and economists, One potential step to reduce emissions and mitigate climate change would be the widespread adoption of electric vehicles, which can be powered by electricity generated by sunlight, wind, and water. According to the US Environmental Protection Agency, transportation emits more greenhouse gases than any other sector in the US because of its dependence on fossil fuels. Thus, emission can be dramatically reduced by widespread adoption of EVs. For this reason, manufacturing and sales of EVs have been increasing in recent years. This slow adoption could be due to many reasons. For instance, most people who might buy an EV already own a car, so purchasing another one may not be a wise option. Such consumer durable replacement decisions become barriers to the adoption of new technology. Some consumers become so attached to their current gasoline powered cars that they become reluctant to replace them, exhibiting behavior of loss aversion. There are others who may be risk averse, uncertain of their evaluations of the expected benefits. Functionality concerns such as charging capacity of EV batteries or the miles per charge of such vehicles could also slow down purchase decisions. Which of the following factors is not a major concern related to slowing down the purchase of electrical cars? Loss aversion, functionality factors, climate change, or risk aversion factors? Okay, let's see. Loss aversion. What is the meaning of loss aversion? So you also had a question that was asking you the meaning of loss aversion. Loss aversion means overwhelming a fear of losing something. All right, loss aversion. That means you are trying to evade or avert loss. You don't want to embrace loss. That means you are very fearful of loss. That is loss aversion. Functionality factors, climate change, or risk aversion factors. All right. So as you can see, loss aversion is a reason. As you can see right over here, if I may find the word. Okay. Loss aversion. Functionality factors. Again, functionality concerns is a factor. Risk aversion. As you can see, they want to risk averse, right? So all of these three are factors and climate change is not. So we are going to go with option C as the correct answer. That is, climate change is not a major concern related to slowing down of the purchase, right? So yes, we are done with all the questions. Let me just quickly see if there is any question in the comment. Okay. All question you make us solve was come in NQT. Yes, all of these are actual questions. All right, actual questions from the previous slots. And more that was for you. Sajal, ma'am, I was allotted a sort of 2 p.m. but when I logged in at 1 p.m. so the registration is from 3 p.m. and I logged in at 3 p.m. So okay, yes, this has happened today, Sajal. I'm very sorry that it happened to you, but the slot was actually from 4 to 5. So they were like, they asked you to, register by 3 o'clock. But then TCS preponed it and it was from 2 p.m. So you had to register at 1 p.m. Right? So yes, this has been a very difficult time today. We've seen that as well. So I'm really sorry if that had happened. Yes, this is a problem. While writing TCS NQT, power goes off. What is the solution? I'm sorry, if the power goes off and your laptop shuts down, there is no solution to it. I'm really sorry, you will be out of the exam. My Chrome stopped during exam. Ultimately, I couldn't give my exam. No, engineer one, if that's your username, there is no chance to give exam again. There is the only chance that you can give your exam again is when TCS is at fault, but this time TCS is not. So that is why IRC and DRC is very important for you, right? To check if your, laptop is compatible or not. Please give IRC. Don't let that off. There's no solution to power cut. I'm really sorry. There's no solution to power cut. Anmol, you have answered as D. No, D is not the answer. Climate change is the answer. Because we see, the question is asking what is slowing down the purchase. There are 3 reasons why it is being slowed down: because of loss aversion, risk aversion, and functionality concerns. Right? Climate change is the reason why EV is being introduced. Right? Climate change is the reason why EV should be embraced. EV technology should be adopted. but it is asking about slowing down. So slowing down is loss aversion, functionality, and risk aversion. So you have option C as the correct answer. Okay. Again, I'm letting you know, if you're not following us on social media handles, do follow us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, because we keep updating, and YouTube as well. Subscribe to us because we keep updating you and come live for you to discuss questions with you so that you do good in your exams. So please appreciate that and follow us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, especially Discord, Instagram, and Telegram, because we keep updating and interact personally with the students. And you can join our WhatsApp groups as well. So yes, anyone? Yes, I know, Anmol, this is a very, I guess it's a typo error. It's emits, but it will be emits. All right, it will be emits. I'm sorry for the typo. It's going to be emits. Yes, so yes, anyone who has TCS exam from tomorrow till Sunday, I guess, all the best and thank you. Please keep practicing the questions from the PDF if you want to score good. That is the only way that you can pass, because now you don't have any time left. So you are going to get similar type of questions. So prepare from the PDF, right? PDF you can get from our Instagram handle of 2021 from the link in the bio. All right. So yes, thank you. We are done for the live today and we'll be back tomorrow with new slots. All right. So thank you. I'm sorry that we cannot do anything, Sajal. Please talk to your TPO and get it done, because we cannot help you at all with this. I'm sorry. So yes, thank you.